Development for Rick Young II in Q Cup started out rough, but after overcoming adversities and setbacks, it didn't take long for people to see that the apple didn't fall far from the tree in terms of talent, and now he is a back-to-back Q Cup Premier as well as a Q Cup Player of the Year. A feat that shouldn't be scoffed at, but for Rick and his aspirations in the league, it is merely a chapter for a broader story. In the first interview at the Storm headquarters, he was asked what the #1 jersey meant to him, and this is what he had to say. That jersey carries a lot of weight, and if I ever get the privilege of wearing it, just know that I'm aiming to get my name spoken in the same breath as one of the greatest to ever do it. By signing to the Storm, Rick was under the impression that he'd get the first crack at the vacant #1 jersey. At least that's what was apparently said to him behind closed doors, according to media leaks. It was also the thoughts of everyone else that follows the league, especially after dominating the Q Cup in such a short amount of time. But as the preseason developed, it was looking more and more unlikely that the Storm were going to take what would be a risk on this 20-year-old rookie, blooding him into such an important position in the 17 fresh out the gate. So where does he fit in the squad? Prior to preseason hitting, Rick was told that they'll be moving forward with Suafa'alongo at the back, and Rick will in fact be used as outside back coverage. A couple weeks out from their first trial, Rick was seen training at both left and right centre, and was seen spending copious amounts of time after training kicking goals. In their first trial, the Storm came up against a full-strength Parramatta Eels, who boast a few speedsters of their own, like veteran Josh Adokar. As for Rick, he was selected at right centre, which meant he'd be coming up against another booming young talent in Will Bensini. Playing inside Will Warbrick meant he'd be replacing McMeany, who has been a bit of a spot for opposing teams in the past. One thing to take note of with these preseason trials is that the microscope will be on Suafa'alongo, and he didn't have the greatest of games. In fact, I'd say every game Rick plays out of position will put even more pressure on him to perform. Speaking of performances, even Rick had a bit of a quiet one, as he is still adjusting to the new position. Not a noted centre and not used to being restricted to one side of the field, may actually take a while for him to set into the new role. As for the final result, Melbourne got clapped and weren't even able to put a single point on the board as they lost 24 points to 0. In the second trial, they came up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs in Sydney, and Rick got moved to the left side of the field. In this game, he did open up a bit more, was actively looking for the ball, not overplaying his hand, just looking to make things happen in attack. And with that, we did get a glimpse of his brilliance in attack. We saw his impact around the ruck against tired forwards, as well as the way he is able to capitalize in open field, that blinding speed, which saw him score his first try, as well as put one on a platter for Cam Munster. As for Fa'alongo, he had a better night. He did link up with Rick for one of those tries, but ultimately was a liability as the last line of defense, as he did let in a few more tries. In the end, as a team, it was an improvement, but again, they did end up losing 24 points to 10, which will bring an end to the preseason challenge, and we move forward to the opening round of the season. For Melbourne, they do have a few things to figure out, but one thing we do know them for in round 1 is that they have an insane record. They haven't lost in round 1 since 2003. As for their opponents, it's more than a formidable one as they go up against the attacking threat of the Redcliffe Dolphins. Alright, it is debut time for our boy Rick Young. Be honest, who saw this coming? Who saw him starting his career in the NRL at centre? Kind of makes sense, seeing as Fa'alongo was next up, but Fa'alongo's been a bit quiet these past few trials, but that's trials, right? That doesn't really count for anything as we head into the official start of the season here. A bit of a different view for us as we are camped here on the right side of the field, back playing inside Warbrick, outside Hughes, which really should be outside Gardo. I don't know why they haven't corrected that yet. We're also in the middle of tweaking our custom difficulty settings, and we're going to test them out in these career matches. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but eventually we'll find a decent balance, or more so a fun balance. Yep, we're not going to get an improved sim, right? It just is what it is. I'm not sure why their big boys are stepping defenders as much as they are with the tune difficulty though. We will have to readjust the game, but yeah, eventually we'll get there with these sliders as we will concede the first points here. Jake Avarillo climbing above the rest. Let's see. Him versus Howarth. And a clean catch. Munster misses the tackle as well. Not quite on the sideline, but the kick is good regardless. It's actually been pretty tough to defend, even for our boy Rick. We've had a few one-on-one misses too. Not as many as far along at the back that led to tries, but yeah. I don't mind the chaos these custom difficulties cause as they send up another bomb, this time batted back, and Rick is unable to stop Jeremy Marshall King. These Dolphins are on fire at the moment. Ooh, interesting. He misses from that side. Flegler with the footwork. That definitely needs to be tuned, but the thing is, they shouldn't even be stepping at all. It could be a bug. As Fine Fuiaki gets a step going, breaks away from Hughesy, we're there to clean up with Rick, and an offload that does go astray will get scooped up. Damn, no fend. We saw at least one in the trials. And this speed, it's definitely felt much like in Q Cup. We do have a genuine speedster on our hands with Ricky. We will eventually look for work around the ruck and nets. I don't want to overplay our hand though, because Rick is a rookie. And we're going to just, for the moment, play his role. Take some hit-ups. And if they swing it this way, we'll try and make something happen in attack. For the moment though, it is the Dolphins here in attack as Gilbert gets around one, gets some nice post-contact meters going. And some more footwork this time by Avarillo. And Fa'alongo does make the cover tackle at the back. Still plenty of ground made here for the Finns as they march towards the red zone here. Last play. Every time they've come down here, they have scored. This one goes to ground and it's cleaned up. Big hits. Here he goes looking for work. Finding space. Trying to get around Trey Fuller as well. That is a hectic run. Here goes Grant again. At least he finds an offload here, but we're back to square one. We're gonna let this one go. As much as I want to just take it and go. Alright. A couple more plays. They do want to come to the right here. Oh, folded. I was gonna try and find Hughes back on the inside. Speaking of, he does pump this one down to throw to Bostock here, who will get around one. And that is a mad return from Jack Bostock. As the siren sounds for half time, the boys are down 10. With the infamous Melbourne round 1 win streak on the line, things are looking a little dicey.
Getting closer now. 15 meters out. Last tackle coming up.
Come on.
Cut out ball. Gilbert.
Oh, it's another bomb. Trying to get there for cover.
The Dolphins gather the high one.
They still get there. Avarillo. This guy is an animal. Another easy one for Gato. This is getting ugly, boys. 16 points to zip. Under 20 minutes to go.
That kickoff is long.
We've got to get at least one try on the board.
He's taken there in that tackle. Rushes into dummy half. Finds support
Oh.
inside.
Oh, I got excited there. I thought that was ours. Donahue. Bro, can we make the tackle? Not tackling for some reason. Oh, there we go. And the error. Alright. I guess he could have just dove. But most likely would have been a missed ankle tap. They should have a starter for successful legs tackles from behind. Seeing that more often as opposed to the ankle taps. Another big hit. I swear I've tuned them to not happen as often.
Munster.
Unless I'm missing something here. Munster.
Without using up the 5.
That go out on the 4 now. Definitely bounced.
He's tackled.
Well, good results in the end. We may have an opportunity here to put some points on the board.
There's the 0 count.
Under 10 to go.
Halted by the defence.
The record is definitely gone.
Plays it. Pressure from the chasers.
Who would have thought coming to Melbourne that it'd be this bad a start? Again, we get locked up. Going up against Herbie Farnworth in his first NRL match.
Rounded up by the defence.
He didn't do too bad.
Feeds the short ball. King. With an offload. Gets it away.
Oh, I actually caught for that. I don't know if that triggered the offload, but
Back in the tackle. Captured by
it did catch me off guard here.
Absolutely blistering. The pace is so frantic.
Inside again, we get jammed up and driven backwards.
no way through. 5
It's been an interesting debut for the boy.
Play the ball now.
A disappointing one at that.
Hunts.
Losing 16-0,
Collects it on the full.
breaking the streak.
Sidestep. Ball and all tackle. Tackle 1 completed. Delivering the short ball.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to let us know your thoughts on this position switch and whatnot. We'll definitely be doing some more like social media reactions to everything going on with the Rick. That's kind of been my favorite thing to do this series, just clipping up comments, especially the funny ones. But yeah, we will be calling it there. It's been an interesting 3 weeks into year 3 in the career of Rick Young. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to run straight to that like button, and for more rugby league related content or more content in general, go ahead and drop away a cheeky sub. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you later.